So coming to the hands, the knees, and just start to move the body in its own way. So you can start to create some circles with the hips. Just maybe moving in that position to begin with, noticing the spine, maybe some semicircles if those full circles just don't feel as smooth as you'd like them to be this early in the morning. Just notice the body starting to awaken, particularly that central channel from base to crown, taking some rounds of cat-cow as well. So just notice how your spine moves, how much movement, fluidity there seems to be this morning, how much energy is flowing. As you root the hands down, feel that light through the palms, grounding you into the earth. And then just finding your own movements now. So you might start to shift hips back to child's pose and come forward to that little cobra position. Just moving freely, exploring, maybe turning the chin as you come into that cobra, just to open the neck, the throat, to Vishuddhi chakra. You might roll the forehead on the earth in a child's pose. And then we're going to start to explore movement from there, which then might be downward facing dog for you. So getting straight into that movement, bending knees, straightening. So again, those hands rooting down, connecting to the earth, finding the movement through the knees as the heels descend. Swiveling toes to one side and heels to the other side with a deep bend is a really beautiful suggestion. And then just notice the side waist as you do that. You might pause and suspend for a few breaths. Trying that on the opposite side, really deeply bending, connecting both hands firmly. We're going to meet in a plank position, so when you're called to that position, swiveling back to the toes and coming to plank, and just see if you can hold it there without thought, without expectation. And of course, if knees need to come down, they come down. Notice if you're pulling shoulders to ears, see if you can pull them down towards your heels. Press the hands even further. Press the back of the heart up towards the ceiling more. Firm up the quadriceps by drawing your knees towards the hips. Press your heels back. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Press through each finger pad. 3 more breaths. Breathing softly, gently in and out. Take one more full inhalation. And then as you exhale, take it down onto the belly, knees, or through that straight leg option. Slide the hands slightly further back and then hug elbows in, rise to a little cobra. Just pause there. It's not how high you come yet. It's more really about pressing tops of the feet, lifting kneecaps, finding length in the spine. So really hugging those elbows towards your hips, hugging them in and down. Crown pulls forward, inhale. As you exhale, fold the forehead to the earth. Slide the hands a little bit further back and see if you can rise again. This time, really relying on the strength in the lower back. Exhaling, taking it to the earth. Or one more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, hands and knees, curl toes under, lift knees back to downward facing dog. It's taking 3 rounds of breath here. Inhaling, lift the heels if you choose. You can create that lion's breath as you empty the breath through the mouth. Inhaling, heels lift, belly draws in. Exhaling, feeling that sound, that release. One more breath. Empty, clear, and release. As you inhale, float your right leg high to the ceiling. Lift from the inner thigh, turn the toes down, press out through your heel. Left heel presses down, right heel lifts up. Try to keep the hips level and 2 hands rooting. Lift a little higher, inhale. As you exhale, draw the knee in and lightly step it towards your right thumb. Lower the knee down to the earth, toes stay tucked. Lift the arms up and gently back. So just pausing here in a lunge, finding that sense of balance through your right big toe mound. Reach up, shining out through those fingertips. Again, using those hands as that antenna to the divine, shooting that energy out through those fingertips to the ceiling, through the ceiling, connecting to source. So one more breath. As you exhale, release the hands, straighten the left the back knee, straighten the front knee. Just come to a pyramid pose, taking a few rounds of breath. Straightening the knee as best you can, using anything under the hands if you need. Beautiful. Take one more breath. And then bend that front knee. Walk the hands forward, step forward, fold forward. Take a halfway lift when you get there. Hands to shins or fingertips to the earth. And then exhale, nice deep, juicy forward fold. Twice more, just like that. Half lift in. Exhale, folding forward. One more breath. Really shine the heart forward, shoulders back, lengthen the side body and neck. Exhale, fold. Circle the arms out, widen up. It's a beautiful reverse swan dive. Press palms, lift up and shine out through those fingertips. Take it gently back if you choose. Exhaling, fold through back down to the earth. Half lift is your in-breath. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, pause. Take a breath in. And a breath out. On your next breath in, just shift forward a little. Knees or straight legs come through low plank. Inhale, cobra, maybe it's an upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths, inhaling, exhaling. Coughing out anything that might be stored in the throat, in the voice box. One more breath. Find that lion's roar. And then left foot floats on a breath in. So just meeting there, noticing if you need to make any adjustments. Notice if ego says I need to lift leg high. Just try to bring the hips level, particularly in this one for today. Heel presses back. Imagine that you're stamping a footprint on the back wall. Try to also pull that left hip back in its socket as you do that. And imagine you're lifting up from your inner thigh. Lift a fraction higher, inhale. As you exhale, curl the knee in, lightly step somewhere towards that left thumb, lower the knee. Reaching the arms forward, up and gently back. Again, really shooting that energy out through your fingertips. So really strong arms, maybe shifting the biceps back behind the ears. Feel into that left big toe that presses into the earth. 3 more breaths. Feel each and every breath guiding you deeper into yourself. And then you'll release the hands on an exhalation, lifting the back knee, meeting in that pyramid pose. Take a few deep breaths, noticing that left leg. Notice the hamstrings, the feet, the hands, the whole body as one. Take one more breath. And then as you bend that front knee, walk the hands forward, step forward, fold forward, Uttanasana. Half lift, inhale, half forward. Exhale, fold. Circle the arms out wide and up, press palms, lift on up. As you exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips. See if you can touch the fingers towards the earth. Get the hips nice and low, and then reach the arms forward to chair pose. Palms face up, little fingers towards one another will give you more space in your shoulders. Slight bending the elbow or arms wider if you need. Zip the belly in, lengthen tailbone down. Take a full deep breath in with a smile. Sink back as you exhale. 2 more breaths. Reach the fingers towards that top corner of the room, really shining out that light. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Press palms together, straighten legs, lift up, lean on back. Exhale through to the earth, Uttanasana. Half lift, inhale. Step back, low plank, exhale. So plank to low plank, same breath. Up dog, cobra, find your flow now. Exhale, down dog. Just 1 breath will build a little heat. Inhale. Exhale the breath. Right leg lifts. Inhale from the inseam of the leg. So we're going to step to warrior 1. Stepping the foot behind the right wrist. Root the back heel down. Reach the arms up as you rise. Bend that front knee. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Just pause. Breathe, smile, feel. Feel the lift of the arch of your back foot so you're not rolling in. Pull that right hip back a fraction, left hip forward. Take a breath in and a breath out. Just 1 more breath. As you exhale the breath, hands behind you, take an interlace. Press palms together, draw the 2 shoulder blades together. Just a slight gaze up with your eyes rather than just a throw of the head back. Pull the shoulders down towards the earth. And then maybe add a little rock side to side here. Notice your shoulders. Notice how the arms are feeling, the chest. Beautiful. And then come back to center, free the arms. As you reach the arms up, spin on the ball of the back foot. As you exhale, ground the back heel down, toe heel a foot wider, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend and expand your wings parallel to the earth. Twice more, inhale, lift the energy. As you exhale, send that energy out and down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, gaze out through the middle front finger. As you bend your front knee, it's over ankle and in line with the second toe heel, kind of in line with the arch of the back foot. Bend that front knee, lift the arch once again. Soft shoulders, steady gaze, one more breath. We're going to straighten the front leg and take a reverse triangle, reaching the top arm back, sliding the left hand down, and just suspend there for a moment. Really feel the side waist. We're going to take it straight to triangle pose, so if you need to adjust the footing, sometimes it's a little wide here, just as you come up, just toe heel the back foot in, thumbs face up, press hips back, slide ribs forward, and then just find Trikonasana. And just rotating the chest towards the ceiling. It's not the arm that moves back, the arm stays where it is. You can kind of notice that chest, keeping that belly strong, heart forward, hips back, breathing in and out for 1, for 2, and for 3. Bend the front knee, reverse your warrior inhale. As you exhale, bring your forearm onto your thigh, lift the left arm up. Wrap the left arm behind your back and then maybe stay here in a half bind or work a full bind. Breathing in and out. You can keep the front knee bent, or you might want to try straightening that front leg and working more of a bound triangle. That might feel nice for now. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Release, reverse, inhale. Low plank as you exhale. Take the option of maybe lifting that left foot and taking a little stronger flow if you feel. Even taking that little extra chaturanga before you come back to down dog might be an option. When you get back there, take a breath in and a breath out. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Come back to that home base. And then left leg will lift after you've completed your 3 breaths. From the inner thigh, lift on up. As you exhale, it's a step behind the left wrist so you can ground the back heel down for warrior 1. Rise on an inhalation, slow, controlled, left hip back, right hip forward. Find your warrior strength. Shine out through those fingertips. Feel the bend in the front knee, let the lift of the arch of the back foot. Take 1 more breath. Exhale the arms behind you. Interlock opposite index finger on top, press palms, lift up, lean back a little, open the throat, move a little side to side. Just be conscious of the shoulders, jaw, the throat. Keep the heel of the hands connecting. Take 1 more breath. Free the arms out wide and up. Spin on the ball of the back foot. And then ground the back heel down, toe heel a little wider, warrior 2. Inhale, float the arms, straighten front leg. Exhale, bending that front knee. Twice more, breath in lifts you up. Exhaling all of the breath out. 1 more time, inhale, prana energy moves up. Apana energy moves down. Pause and breathe. Softness. Notice if shoulders want to come forward, keep them in line with hips. Keep that inner smile, that strength, that inner power. 1 more breath. Straighten the front leg. Take that reverse triangle pose. So really sliding the hand down as the left arm reaches. So create that length through the side body. Maybe a little tilt of the ear towards the shoulder, getting into the neck. And then finding Trikonasana, triangle pose, so you can take it straight from there. If you need a little shorter stance, just adjust your stance. So rotate the chest, so you're pulling the heart forward, hips are pulling back, and then you're getting this spin in your chest. Sometimes when we spin the chest, we think the arm should move back, so keep it where it is. Just see if you can really rotate that heart. If you squeeze in Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, there's a lot of strength there from the earth that lifts you through more of your own breaths. Feel that Ujjayi breath, the sound in your throat. When you complete 3, you're using your top arm to pull you up and out. Bend the front knee, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, just start with the forearm on the thigh and the right arm reaching. So you've got that lift. And then you can wrap the hand behind your back from there. So it's more about the bind. So really feel the bind. If you're finding that you're going to lose it, just stay in a half bind. But once you get the bind, I know sometimes we stay down here, start to try to spin open. Again, kind of like that Trikonasana. Top shoulder moves back, heart shines towards the ceiling. Strong through both legs. Notice if you're favoring one over the other. If you kind of bend quite deep, I've got no weight in my back foot. So there is that sense of steadiness and ease. Stira and Sukha. One more breath. Nice. Slowly release, reverse on an inhalation. As you exhale, take it through Chaturanga. Exhaling. Moving through your flow. If you need to skip it at any point, meet back. Child's pose, down dog, your choice. 3 breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling for 1 or 2. And for 3. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward. And then we're just going to take some little, we'll hop on the spot maybe 3 or 4 times and then we'll jump forward. Just going to prepare to jump forward, even if you kind of improvise. You might not even get anywhere near up. You might just jump and then creep your way to the top of your mat. Just seeing how much strength there is needed to get you forward. I've got no strength there today. Come to the top of your mat, half lift, inhale. So there's little Shakti kicks, they're called. Exhale, fold. Let's take 2 more of those. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. As you inhale and circle your arms out wide, stand on your right foot. Draw your left knee into your belly. Reach the arms out, up. Shine that energy out through your fingertips. Flex your left foot. From here, bend your standing leg. Cross your left ankle over the top. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your heart to your thumbs and then sink a little bit deeper. Flex your left foot a little bit more. And then pull your right hip slightly back. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Stay here or release your arms forward and sink a little deeper. Or maybe even bring your fingertips down onto the earth. Maybe your toes wrap around your right tricep. Some of you might want to bend and come into a toe stand. I got a little knee stuff going on, so that toe stand won't work for me. Or you might want to explore a little bit of an arm balance here. So pressing the hands down and noticing if that leg wants to lift as you come into flying pigeon or Eka Pada Galavasana. Otherwise, stay where you are, stay balanced. So there's a little exploration there this morning. Take it as you feel to. We're going to meet back. If you have come to the earth, hands to the heart. When you're ready, left knee draws back into the belly. Arms reach high. Whoa. And then stepping back to that warrior 1 position, interlacing the hands. Climb up through the spine. Inhale. Dive to the inside. Exhale. 3 deep breaths. Breathing in and out for 1. For 2. And 3. Rise on up, spin on the ball of the back foot, arms high. As you exhale, ground through the back heel, warrior 2. Inhale, float the arms high, press arms. Exhale, land, warrior 2. Inhale, flip reverse triangle, straighten front leg. As you exhale, reach forward, come to Trikonasana. Take a full deep breath in, spin the chest open. Exhale the breath, bend the front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, come to that extended side angle with the bind. You can do that straight leg, you can stay, or you can step left, front, balance, and come into a little bit of a birds of paradise balance. So it is working the shoulders, working balance. Breathing, feeling, sensing where you are guided. Slowly start to come out, reverse your warrior inhale. Use your exhalation to take you through to your vinyasa. Take your time and be in the moment. What does this moment offer you? Child's pose or down dog, coming back to that home base. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath, so no need to rush. Just be grounded, just feel the energy flowing through you as you breathe in from the earth, all the way through the legs, up through the spine, and out through the ground. Downward facing dog, step the feet together. We'll take a few more of those little Shakti kicks, so the knees bend, feet come together. And you want to bring heels to buttocks and you want to land lightly on the spot a few times. That just gives you a feel of what it's like to maybe jump forward. And we want to be light, we don't want to be like a heavy Ganesh in this one. Just light on the feet, more like his little ego, his mouse. And then half lift on the in-breath when you get to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Breathing in, heart draws, fold. Exhaling the breath out. And one more time, breath in. Exhale, breath out. We're standing on the left foot as you reach the arms up. Draw the right knee into your chest, unless you do the other side. Keep shining out through the fingers, flex the foot, stay balanced for a moment. And then we are bending that standing leg to cross the right ankle over the thigh. Slowly bringing the hands to the heart, keeping that steady eye gaze, flexing the right foot. Beautiful, finding that sense of ease. So finding the two hip bones and drawing them forward. It might be that your right hip pulls back a fraction, left hip forward, or vice versa. Heart to the thumbs, thumbs to the heart. And then maybe arms forward and stay as you sink deeper. Maybe the fingertips to the earth. So you might want to work the arm balance or toe stand, which is walking hands forward, lifting the heel. I can do it on this side. And then finding that balance. Just watching the knees, feeling the body, rooting down through the hands, wrapping the toes around the tricep if you are working, coming into that balance, looking forward. Don't worry about looking back at the foot to leave the earth. It's going to leave the earth whether you're looking at it or not. It's more about finding a position for the head. So the head acts as a counterweight. So have a little play, explore. Keep the heart shining forward, getting nice and deep into that right glute. Then we are going to slowly rise on up with that knee pulling back into the chest, reaching the arms up. As you exhale and bring the hands back, root the back heel down, interlace opposite index finger on top, climb up through the spine. So it's warrior one to humble warrior. Hug the left knee in towards the left shoulder, lift the arch of the back foot. Breathing in and out. Pull the shoulders down the back so they're not pulling up to the ears. So imagine that you want to slide your shoulders to your hips. Beautiful. One more breath. Free the arms. Inhale, reach forward, up, spin on the ball of the back foot. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, float the arms, press palms. Exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Reaching to Trikonasana. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Reaching that top arm up, bend the front knee, reverse warrior. As you exhale, extended side angle with your bind. You can straighten, you can step right foot forward, balancing on your left big toe, and seeing if there's a way that you can stay in a bind and come up. So it is a pretty big open chest position. So just notice how that feels. See if you can really open that beautiful flower. And then slowly come on out. Reverse warrior, inhale. As you exhale, chaturanga, low plank, take your flow, moving through on your own. Back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in down dog. 2. And 3. Step the feet together, right leg floats in breath. As you exhale, come to pigeon, bring the shin to the earth. Untuck your back toes, find your left hip. Bring it forward, right hip slightly back. Point the back toes, lift up, and just stay in an upright position. So 2 blocks might be really handy on either side of the hands, just to get that nice back bend. Or just press the hands into the earth to really get more of a lift out through the waist, so you're not compressing too much through that lower lumbar. Breathing in and out, maybe a little tilt of the chin to the sky, opening the whole front channel, throat area. And then we're going to work out king pigeon, so you can stay here or bring the right hand forward for balance. Bend the back knee, so you just avoid sitting on that right hip, because as you bend the knee, it's not going to come directly upright. So see if you can even prop yourself up on something, bend. And then just see if you can find the left foot with the left hand. And then maybe you turn the fingers forward and press the toes. You get a nice kind of point there with your toes. You'll feel into the front of your left hip perhaps. Maybe toes to the crook of the elbow. There's a lift up and out here, so you're not collapsing. So feel that lift from the earth. And then maybe you start to find that you come into that mermaid pose. You can come out at any point and come back to pigeon. We will enjoy a few breaths in the pigeon pose. Maybe there's 3 or so more breaths for you to explore here first. So choose your number. And we'll say anywhere between 3 and 5. And when you are ready to transition out slowly, and just let the arms reach forward and the heart melt towards the earth. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to thread the left hand through for the final, we'll say final 5 breaths. Just come up a little, thread the left arm underneath the right, and you might want to reach your right hand back and rest it to the lower back, or you might even try bending that same, so the left leg, and catching a hold of the foot with the opposite hand. There's a little spin that's happening here, so optional. And if you've got the foot, release, slowly come out. Come to sit on your right hip. Swing the left leg around for a twist. If the bottom leg needs to straighten out, straighten. If you need to sit on a block, sit on that. Twist is to the left. So left hand behind, right arm reaches for length. Rotate the chest and then hook elbow to the outside. Draw the belly in, rotate chin to the shoulder. Just drawing the belly strongly. And since we're working with some binding today, if you wish to half bind, see if you can just bring left hand behind, and that just creates the strength in the spine. And then maybe the left hand, so right hand moves down to the left heel, so you might be able to just hold that and twist. Or there might be the point where it threads through and you've got that full bind. Root down through both sits bones. Again, feeling the energy from Mother Earth shooting up through the legs, up through the spine, piercing the crown of the head, feeling that Ganesh energy. And even though it's the Ganesh celebration day tomorrow. It's generally a 10-day celebration. Take 3 more breaths, ensuring that your left big toe mound presses into the earth. Once you've explored your 3 breaths, release your bind. We're going to take a counter twist to the right. So just unwinding and noticing the release through the spine, all of the energy flowing through you. Feel that. We're going to come back the way that we came, so you'll bend that knee if you straightened it. So you can just swing that left leg back, come back to downward dog. Take a little bend, straighten these, maybe take an optional flow. Back to downward dog. Left leg will lift. And then we just come to pigeon, so tucking the knee to the left, toes to the right, shin comes down, knee comes down. And then just stay upright. Left hip back, right hip forward. If there is a little compression in the lower back, just come forward, or just maybe lift up the hips a little by sitting on that block, or even just visualizing that squeeze through Mula Bandha. And that's what's needed when you come into mermaid pose. And when you are ready to bend that back knee, see what happens. It's coming directly upright. It won't be if you're sitting on that left hip. So lift up. It's the right hand that reaches back, so just bring the left hand forward for support. Maybe balance on fingertips for more height. And then you can turn fingers forward. Then use the heel of the hand to get a nice stretch through your toes, top of the foot, shin. And then as you bring the heel towards the buttock more, you get that nice feel through the psoas. Feeling into the hip flexor, quadricep perhaps on that left side, right side. Then toes can tuck maybe to the crook of the elbow. You might balance. One side's always going to feel different than the other. So just notice how it is a back bend. Oh, there's lots going on. When you feel to come out, when you feel that you've held maybe for a similar time that you did on the first side, come out. Just take it down to the earth. Breathing in and out. Coming back to the breath. Coming back to the vibration of Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam. It can be an inner vibration, it can be an outer vibration. Really feeling the light inside of you. And that powerful energy of Ganesh at this time. Just cutting through those obstacles. Just with that super sharp razor, kind of light precision, cutting through all of the crap really. And then if you want to thread your right arm through, thread it on through. And maybe back knee bends and left hand reaches. And then choosing a number between 3 and 5 and honoring that many breaths. Ujjayi breath. Sound in your throat. Grounding you in your body. The time to come out. Slowly unthreading the arms, sitting on your left hip, and then swinging that right leg around and across for a twist. Make any adjustments, sit on a block. Just make sure that right hip isn't lifted, that's all. You want to bring it down. So if that's not working, straighten the bottom leg or sit up on a block. Hand behind, that's the right, left arm reaches. Get that length first, and then rotate through the thoracic spine. So zipping the belly in is going to help here. And then you're hooking the elbow to the outside. So that's also helping you to press your big toe mound down onto the earth. So using that elbow to help you twist, create a length, And then if you feel balanced, the hand will release and you'll find the bind. So it can just be half or maybe full. And then find a place to settle. Takes a few breaths for us to settle. Sometimes it's challenging to breathe. So I know we do breathe a little short and shallow sometimes, particularly when we're compressing. Then let yourself just settle in a place where you're in that place of balance. So sthira and sukham, place between effort and ease, place between wanting and not wanting, place of sattva. 3 more breaths. And then releasing to a counter twist, bowing to the left. Feel the energy flowing through the whole body. Slowly unwind, unravel. Just extend the legs. We'll just take a forward fold. So shift the hips back a little. Draw the belly in so the tailbone lengthens down so we're not tilting the pelvis forward. It's just kind of pulling back. Reach the arms up. Flex the feet to lead with the heart, hinge from the hips. Keep reaching forward. And then the hands will release somewhere. Just allowing yourself just to be here. Feeling the backs of the legs, the calves, the spine, the heart as it pulls forward. The heart as it melts on an exhalation. Take 5 breaths here, Ujjayi breath. Use your exhalation to guide you a little deeper. Keeping the feet flexed, making it quite active. So it's not a yin hold. We'll make this yang. So really feeling the fire, the energy. 5 of your own breaths. And take your time when you complete 5 rounds of breath, just to come out slowly. Slide the hands along the earth, all the way back behind you. Keep the fingers facing forward. It's towards your hips, bend your knees. Lift your hips off the earth and just shift your hips forward and back. You can lift the toes, you can lift the heels. And we're going to come into reverse tabletop, lift the hips and hold. Squeezing the shoulders towards one another so we're not collapsing. Draw the belly in and press the pelvis high. Shift the weight equally into both feet. Maybe gaze to the ceiling. As long as the hips aren't low and you're gazing up, you want everything long in alignment from base all the way to crown. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Release slowly on an exhalation. So make sure you've got your mat behind you, so you might want to shift forward. And then control the descent down. So see if you can roll each vertebra down one at a time. And then notice what's next. Maybe you draw the knees in and take some circles. And then stepping the feet to the earth, reaching the fingers to your heels. Walk your shoulders down your back and prepare for a bridge pose, lifting the hips. If you're feeling just to take a supported variation, slide something underneath your pelvis and just let the hips rest on that block. Or bring the hands underneath and just make it more active. Chin off chest, chest to chin. Walk the shoulders together. Press the heel of the hands together, little fingers into the earth. Inner thighs draw into the midline. Breathing in and out. Feet equally connected to the earth. So notice if you are rolling onto the outer blades of the feet.
So that drawing in of the inner thighs is that sensation of really pressing through that big toe mound as well. So imagine you've got a block between your thighs. If you want to come out and have another go, you can just release, take a moment, and then come back with the opposite index finger on top, or stay on your block, or maybe try a full wheel, bringing the fingers to shoulders, even just lifting the hips, not having to worry about lifting the body, but even getting a sense of the arms and hands and elbows as they hug in. So ensure that those upper arm bones hug in, walk the shoulders in. If you are pressing up, spread your fingers wide, commit to those hands, press, lift, maybe onto the crown of the head, or maybe come all the way up. And maybe stay for 5 breaths. Come out whenever you need to, but maybe it is 5 breaths. So honor your own body. Know that you know exactly where you need to be. Trusting in your own inner wisdom, your inner compass, that which guides you. Completed 5 breaths. Let yourself come out slowly out of any variation of that back bend. Pause in stillness just to settle the energy, to feel the energy. Feel what makes us alive, makes us feel invigorated, powerful and strong, moving that energy. And then draw the knees into the chest. Make some sounds, some sighs. Even feel that real primalness. And then extend the legs to the ceiling. You can grab feet, bend knees. You can start in a child's pose, a happy baby. Pressing that lower lumbar area into the spine, particularly after that back bend. So really noticing the whole lower back pressing into the earth. And then you might want to straighten the legs or alternate, straightening, bending, or you might even feel that you're feeling the shoulder stand today. So just know your body. I can't see you guys, but I know you've been practicing for a while. You guys know. So just notice what is calling. Plow pose, which is the feet back. You can even interlace the hands. Explore stillness or movement, your choice. We are going to take a fish pose. So if you want to come up briefly into a plow, just to release the hands, so you can roll down onto the hands. So sitting on the backs of your hands, thumbs face inwards. I'm just going to move up my mat. And then bend the knees. If that didn't work, just bring the hands underneath the buttocks by lifting them. And then extend the legs long. Heart pulls up to the ceiling by bending the elbows. Head hangs back, opening the throat. You want to take it a little deeper. The legs also lift. So Matsyasana, finding that fish pose. And then slowly coming down to the earth, tucking chin to chest. Bend the knees, lift the hips, bring the arms wide. Then toe heel the feet wide. And then just start by dropping the knees side to side. And then just notice them flopping to one side, where you'll hold for 3 breaths. You can reach the arms up and overhead, or you can place the ankle over the thigh. We'll say 3 to 5 breaths now that we've settled. You might want to hold it a little bit longer. Or maybe don't even count, just intuitively feel when you're ready to switch directions. So just switching whenever you're called. When you are balanced on both sides and even, take any final movements and then come to your final pose, Shavasana. Extending the legs long, arms long, even wide, creating this starfish shape. Releasing sounds from the body, just to further help you release and surrender. Eyes are closed, jaw softens, and back of the head presses into the earth. Feel your whole body heavy. Grounded. Feel a reddish orangish light shooting up through the soles of your feet, all the way up through your legs to the base of the spine. So red and orange are the lower. Red is the base, orange is the second chakra. Just reddish orange in that lower pelvic region area, or that whole area of the body. Just keep the light there. And then as it moves up the spine towards just above the belly button, between the heart, the solar plexus, just noticing the color changing to yellow, that fire, that yellow fire that burns. So using that to burn away any obstacles that stand in our way from being in our truth and our power. And as the energy moves up to the heart, color green, feel that green light in that whole chest cavity, expanding outwards and beyond. And then as that light pierces up through the spine, bring the awareness to the throat, color turquoise, center of communication, and how we speak, listen, how we communicate. And then that light shoots up into the crown, into the head, into the brain area. And just feeling that indigo color, like a purpley, bluey color, and that whole head area lighting you up. Feel yourself light up. Colors piercing out through your ears, your eyes, your nose. And then as the energy moves up and out through the crown, just imagine all of those colors all just shooting outwards, out through your crown. And then feeling the energy that now pierces down through your crown from above, all of that wisdom, that information piercing down through your crown, all the way out through the soles of your feet. And then from the soles of your feet back up. So there's this continuous current from the earth and above. It's not one or the other. It's this continuous current that drives us, that moves us. And then find a way to bring those two energies, the higher and the lower energies, into the center. So you're containing that energy. You're bringing it into the center of your chest, your heart. That is your home base. That is the place between the three lower energy centers and the three above. And then feel this sense of merging together in harmony and peace.
complete balance and stillness. Feeling the energy of Om Gam, 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 that vibration, that seed, that bija mantra, seed that invokes that energy of Ganesh, trusting that we can pierce through with precision and see things clearly beyond the illusions and obstacles. So that is the job of Ganesh, to part ways of that. Places that perhaps we're not able to see clearly, perhaps a little foggy. So the veil is thin. We notice this, we see this, we've probably experienced so many powerful transformations in ourselves. And just slowly staying on the earth, just bring your thumbs and plug them into your ears. So you're pressing your, that little flap of the ear bit into the ear. And you're just going to hum. So it's just going to be hum. Keeping that inner vibration. 5 more if you can hear me. And then just settle in that inner vibration. Release the hands. You can slowly start to wriggle and move. Take your time to roll over to one side. Just to pause, to not have to rush your way to a seat, but know that's where we're heading. And coming to that seat, merging the 2 hands together at the heart, which is that symbol of balance, coming back home to our heart. Feel any powerful messages coming through, intentions, anything you wish to draw in and send out equally, keeping that energy flowing, not holding. Feeling that exchange of energy. Taking this moment to really thank your body, your amazing vessel, this gift that houses your soul. Treat it well, be kind, be loving. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Bow your head down to your heart. And bring your thumbs to the center of your eyebrows, asking Ganesh to come in ahead of time to clear away. Bring your thumbs to your lips. Always speaking your truth from the place of connection to your heart. And then thumbs to the heart. Feeling that self-love, that compassion, feeling union. Noticing that the beings inside of us are full of light. And that is the essence of the word namaste. So namaste. Thank you for sharing your beautiful light. Keep shining, beautiful goddesses. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing Friday. Mwah. So keeping that
stillness with you, enjoying your day. I've got Ganesh here. I'll bring him a little closer. There he is. And chanting 108, or I've been doing 1008. So if anybody has any mala beads, they're 108 beads. That's actually what they're designed for, going through them and reciting your mantra or chanting your mantra. So that's 108. 108 main energy centers in the body that lead to the heart. So that's one reason why 108 has that powerful drive. So blessings. Be well. I'll stay on if anyone wants to have a chat. If not, I'll see you all on the other side.